Hey good people, welcome back to Beauty and the Frizz. My name is Kara. Whether you're new or returning, thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. So I've been sitting on something, y'all, for a minute and it's a bit embarrassing, but it is what it is. This was something I was gonna buy. It wasn't like for the channel or anything, but I've been sitting on this Melt Blueprint palette. I have not touched it. I have not played with it. I've not done anything with it. And that's a damn shame. So I know you've seen the reviews, but you probably haven't seen all this inspo that I'm gonna give today. So if you wanna see what I'm gonna do with this palette, keep on watching this video. Maybe you'll dig yours out. If you're a makeup collector like me, this might be, you know, old news at this point. So pull this back out if you have it. Let me know what you think about this palette and definitely consider subscribing and joining the community because I would love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So I don't know how this got kind of at the bottom of the barrel, I would say. I think it's because all of my Black Friday stuff started coming in at one time. That was from November, and there was just like an influx. And you know, I'm really trying to be more choosy about my makeup expenditures. I'm not saying I'm being successful at it, but I am trying. Keyword is trying. Hello. What? Okay.
Right.
I done lost my train of thought. Fooling with August. I love you. But this is something I knew that I was going to get regardless. I'm a huge fan of Melt Cosmetics. I just love their vibe. I do. So we're going to go ahead and play in this Blueprint palette today. And I love the concept of like rehousing the palette. I know you all know that this was originally one of their stacks. I have never tried their stacks, but I heard they were great. So I love how they rehoused the stack into a palette, and I'm thinking they added some shades to it. And also with this collection, they released two of their gel liners. There's an ultra matte and there is a reflect gel liner. So I did get those. I love their gel liners. The only issue is there's so much product in it that I don't know when I would ever use them. I have the shade Spliff. It's a brown shade and you really only need a little bit. A little goes a long way. I do have the gray gel liner from the Beetlejuice collection, and now I have these. Let's go ahead and revisit the palette. I am gonna do some timestamps on this one because I know that... Can you close the door?
I didn't even go out yet.
I know.
Slam!
I am gonna do some timestamps on this video because I know a lot of you have already seen the swatches. So if you wanna just go ahead and skip to the looks, you can do that. Let's just go ahead and get started. Again, the outside of the packaging has this blueprint design, and I think it's really cute. If you look at the back, you will see the stack. You can see it on the front too, actually, but there's the stack, and you know, they are rehousing the stack into this palette, which is really, really cute. And I think the original date, it says May 17th, 2013. So that's probably when the original stack was released. I think it's just a really cute design. And here we have the inside of the palette. There are 8 shades, and I love how you've got your neutrals here and your blues here. I just love that layout. I think it's really cute. And I think it just provides a lot of options. I like the combination of this brown and blue together. I think it looks really, really dope. And I will put the cost of the palette in the description box because I really don't remember at this point. Let's take a look at the gel liners. So this first one is the Reflect gel liner, and the name of the shade is Steel. So it comes in this little jar, glass jar. I think it's glass. Here's what it looks like. And again, this is the Reflect. So I'm just gonna swatch this and then we'll get to the palette. So here is the Steel shade. And again, this is the Reflect, so it's shimmery. The next shade we have is the shade Slate. Now this one is the Ultra Matte. And you really just need like the tiniest bit of this. So that's Slate down here at the bottom. And I also wanted to just share that this palette has a shelf life of 12 months. And the gel liners have a shelf life of, let's see if I can see it. This looks like it also says 12 months. Now let's go ahead and swatch this palette. So we'll start with the blues. So we have Skylight, Deadbolt, Dim Out. Gonna just swatch that again. King Stud, that's gorgeous right there. And those are the blues. Now we're gonna go to the neutrals. Beaming, Hot Wire. I really like that color a lot. Hammered and Nailed. So I know these may not have been the best swatches, but we'll see how it looks on the eye, and you already may know. All right, so here is the blueprint palette. I do appreciate the remodeling theme. I love the names: Skylight, Deadbolt, Dim Out, King Stud, Beaming, Hot Wired, Hammer, and Nailed. So it all is like, you know, on par with the theme, and I think that's really cute, and it seems very thought out. Now, when I saw this, I was like, is this gonna be the closest I can get to Muerte? And it might be. It's not like Muerte. I don't think anything is like that palette, but you know, we can make it work. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with these looks, and you can let me know what you think. I'm going to pretty much just do the looks with the music. I'm not gonna put the lashes on until I get to the final look, because I do like to put the lashes on and give you like the whole thing, but just for time's sake today, I want to just try to get through the looks so you can see them, and then the final one I'll have the whole effect. So I hope that works for you guys, and we're gonna go ahead and get started. Oh, before we start, I just want to tell you what's on my cheeks, because this is a melt video and I'm wearing melt on my cheeks. This is the Digital Dust Duo Blush in Queen Bee, and it looks like this. And basically what I did was I just swirled it on my cheeks, so it's kind of like a blushy highlight shade. But I really like this, and I thought that with the palette this would be a good combo, because I didn't really want to go pink or anything like that, or like a, you know, a too deep of a blush. I think paired together this looks really nice. It won't make the blush like overpower the rest of the face, because the palette is what I want to stand out. And that's why I chose a really nude lipstick. So it's Natasha Denona. It is I Need a Nude lipstick, and this is the shade Andrea. So real fast, because I just want to say that I do put all of this stuff in the description box, but I know for me, I don't always read description boxes. So I just want to let you know what else I have on my face, and like that really like means something. But the other stuff is in the description box. All right, let's get started on these looks.
Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. You're so much deeper when you quit playing charades. Yeah. You act so cool, but underneath you seem afraid. There's something sweet about your eyes when you feel safe. Yeah. But you keep running away. Owe it to yourself today. Just try to open up and show someone you care. It might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. Breathe in some love and let yourself unfold. There's something juvenile about your pretty face, but it seems so hard for you to know when you need space. I hope you find your peace and that you get a taste with yourself. Oh, yeah. Let yourself unfold. Yeah. Let yourself unfold. Owe it to yourself today. Just try to open up and show someone you care. It might not be intentional, but you seem scared. Just try to open up and let it lead somewhere. Breathe in some love your wings and jump to rise, not fall. You flying higher. You jump to fly, higher. Open up to spread your wings and jump to rise, not fall. You flying higher. You jump to fly, higher. Standing on the edge while you're looking down. Fly down on the ground just to find out. You fly so fly, don't ya? Keep riding skies, won't ya? Standing on the edge while you're looking down. Fly down on the ground just to find out. You fly so fly, don't ya? Keep riding skies to yourself, to there. Just try to.
Okay, you guys, so here are my first two looks. Now remember, this is more like inspo, so I'm not gonna totally finish it, but I really like the natural side of this palette, or the neutral side of this palette. And I feel like, see, when I did that Colourpop palette, I have to really practice trying to figure out how to make the looks look different. I did have trouble with that. But for this palette, I just feel like the shades are different enough, even though there are only 4 of them, that these two looks are different. I really like this eye a lot better because I really love this shade Hot Wire, this one right here. It's just really warm. It reminds me of something that will belong in their Rust palette, which is one of my favorites by Melt. So I love that with the blue liner. And I loved using Hot Wire in the transition. I loved Hammered. I just love how this one came out. Probably could blend that a little bit more, but I think you can see like where that look is going, and then you don't have to use the blue liner, but I think the blue liner really gives it a really nice touch. Now this eye, this is kind of like your basic brown eye, and I used Spliff, which is the other gel liner I had. It didn't come with this collection, but you can use any brown liner. So this is just your plain, not plain at all, but this is just a brown eye with no like special pops. So I like it. You know, this is kind of like an everyday, and then you can make it really smoky if you want to. So I do like these a lot. So now we're going to explore the blue side of the palette, and then we will do some looks combining both sides of the palette. So I'm gonna wash this off and I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, I don't know where I'm coming in on this video. I think it is, I'm about to start the blue look. So let me tell you, I'm refilming this because I don't like not finishing the looks. Now I'm not gonna go back and redo the neutral looks because I feel like they looked okay without the lashes. I feel like you could see where it was going. You know what I'm saying? But I did those blue looks and didn't have any lashes on, and I just looked like a blue raccoon. It was just too much. And I was just like, as much as I may not feel like putting those extra lashes on, like the extra effort is totally worth it, like for me and for you, because I want you to see like what it looks like, because that was a mess. I am going to do this blue look. I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna do a full blue look, 2 blue looks with the lashes and everything. And then I will do a full look combining the neutral side of the palette as well as the blue side. And then I'm gonna come back and let you know how I feel about the palette. And I got some comparisons for you, because if you like this blue brown combination, you might have some stuff already in your arsenal that can achieve these looks. All right, so we're gonna do this the right way. Here we go.
You and I, we are so random. You bring the darkness to the light, split the atom. I ignore the fact that this will never last. Your words come out so soothing that I forget that this thing is confusing. Having such a blast, but don't ask where my head is at, 'cause I'm cruising through the rush of us. I don't care about love, just need your touch. Want you to be my vice, 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 vice. I'm all about your vibe, vibe, vibe. Me and you got that good, yeah, but I'm running like I'm lost in the woods, yeah. I don't really care, 'cause I just like it here. Me and you can't get enough,
No, you know, acted, but I know this is a bluff though. Having such a blast, but don't ask where my head is at. Cause I'm cruising through the rush of us. I don't care about love, just need your touch. Want you to be my vice, 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 vice. I'm all about your vibe, vibe, vibe. Want you to be my vice, 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 vice. I'm all about your vibe, vibe, vibe. Want you to be my vice, 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 vice. I'm all about your vibe, vibe,
So here are the two looks. That's the first one. Hopefully y'all can see that. And here is the second one. So they have slight differences, but overall they're very blue. I really like them a lot. I don't know if you have a preference. I really love the shade. I think it's King Stud. Yes, this shade right here, King Stud, is so pretty. Just so you know how the palette worked. Now, I don't have the stack. I don't know if I talked about the stacks in the beginning of the video because that was yesterday, but I don't have the stacks. I've heard that the stacks perform beautifully and that the formula is different than what's in their palettes, but I honestly haven't had any issues with Melt's palettes at all. Now the palettes that I have Rust, She's in Parties, and I have the Beetlejuice ones, and I have this one, and I do have Smoke Sessions. I've only used that once though, but I haven't had any issues, but I can see how the shadows may take a little more work, and if that's not what you're trying to do, then I think because these may be more pressed pigments, maybe it can be a little tricky. I think if push comes to shove, like in this look, I did not have any fallout, but if you're worried about that. Now yesterday though, when I did do my look yesterday, I did have some fallout with this shade right here, Skylight. And that might have been my own error, I don't know. But I haven't had any issues with fallout in this palette. And that's just because I've just gotten in the habit of just tapping my eyeshadows in all the time rather than trying to brush them in, especially with Melt. But I started that because when I stopped setting my eyeshadow with a powder, trying to blend it was not smooth. It just didn't feel right. It was like, because the base was a little tacky and it was rough. So it was almost like setting your base with the first shade that you're putting down, probably your transition shade. And so tapping it in and then doing the swiping motions has really worked well for me. And I really do that with all my shadows now. So I do have some comparisons for these blues. You probably know what they are. Let's just get on to the final two looks so let's move on to the final two looks where I'm gonna combine the neutral and the blue together. Those are the ones I am most excited about. All right, y'all. Here we go.
When we're floating
Okay guys, I am back with the finished look of the combo shades. Now, out of all the looks I've done with this palette, these two are my favorite. They're smoky, they're dark. I love this dark eye with a really light lip, like a really nude lip. I love this look. This is probably my look. I could probably use a little lip liner. I don't know, I might have wore off, but whatever. I think you see where I'm going with this. I just love bold eyes. I think it's beautiful. I think my second favorite looks were the neutral looks, and my third favorite were the blues. I'm not sure why. Blues aren't my favorite. Like, I don't know. I love it with this though. This right here is just, okay, let's just do a little close up. Okay, so as far as the liner goes, I use the matte liner on this eye, which is Slate. And then I use Steel on this eye. I find that these gel liners are a lot easier for me to use. I just use it with one of those angled brushes, and they're great. They are really great, and I feel like they will last me a lifetime. But y'all, come on. I know it may not be perfectly blended. I don't know what the liner looks like. I'm trying here. But the combination of the blue and the neutral, I don't know what to tell you. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. I had no issues with this palette. It just makes me feel like I need to get that Gemini palette, and I don't want to talk about Muerte. We're just, please respect my privacy at this time on that one. Like, because when I found out, what palette went on sale? What went on sale? They had a sale and they found some Muerte palettes. It was just too much for me to handle at that time. So what I did want to tell you is that if you like the combination of the blue eyeshadows with the neutral eyeshadows, you may already have something. I can probably back up. Oh, no, I can't. I gotta do it. I gotta physically do it. Okay. You may have something in your arsenal that can work for this look. I'm so excited about this. Kind of. Not really, because it let me know that maybe I didn't need to buy this. Maybe. Wait till I show it to y'all. If you own bubblegum and sugar cone, or bubblegum and any other neutral palette, you could do a look like this. Now, there's a couple of little exceptions here to the rule. So what I want to do is just swatch bubblegum and what's the other one? Sugar cone. So we can see the comparison with this look here. So first, let me just show you the palettes side by side, and see, this is what I never got a chance to circle back and do, which was to combine the Sweet Shop palettes, because I feel like you can get a similar look. And me doing all this comparing, I did this on the video that I originally filmed that I didn't like, and that is how I dented my blueprint palette. Let me show you that. You probably saw it. You probably was like, how'd she do that? She never even showed us this palette before. So I dented the palette right here, but it's okay. See, what I really love doing is I love breaking my palettes in. I really do. Because once I break them in, it means I'm gonna use them for sure. Like, I'm just the type of person, when I have something new, it's like I don't wanna touch it. I only wanna use it for a special occasion or something like that. And yeah, I gotta stop that. All right, so let's look at bubblegum alongside sugar cone and see what y'all think. I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but we're talking about a vibe here, and I really do think that you can get a similar look if you combine these two palettes.
The one with the faces and hearts on it.
I don't know what that is.
The lollipop with the faces and hearts.
Faces and hearts?
Yes, the lollipop, the Valentine's Day one.
From who? They're not from me. I didn't get you that. Did you listen to me? Stop. Are you talking about the PJ Masks?
The PJ Mask one.
Oh, why didn't you say PJ Masks? I'll be right back with the swatches. So here are my comparison swatches. These are the bubblegum swatches from the BH palette, the Sweet Shops. And then these four are the melt palettes. So they're not exact. I mean, this is really close. I think this is blurry. Let me see. These two are different textures actually, because this BH one is a matte, but like, who cares? And then these are pretty close. This one may go with that one a little bit, I don't know. These two are pretty close. So let me just see if we can, I know there's swatch really weird on my arm, but from right here, I mean, you can see that the colors are so similar. You may have something in your little repertoire of eyeshadows that will work. Now, if you're the type of person that doesn't like to combine palettes, like I feel like I never combine palettes, and I think I'm missing out because I don't do that. So that's another thing. So I'm gonna get ready to show you the sugar cone swatches against the blueprint palette. Give me 1 second. Okay, you guys, so here I am with the sugar cone swatches. Now, the sugar cone swatches are these shades here, and then the melt ones are here. Now, there's a shade in the melt palette that I could not dupe exactly, and that's the shade Hot Wire. It's this one. It's this beautiful, just warm gold goodness of a shade. I don't know what to call it. There are some close matches, like these two are close. This one's a matte. I don't know. That's not really close. I don't know. That's like kind of the only outlier. These two are pretty close. But as you can see, these all look like, and the reason that I'm not going over them in too much depth is because you can see they're all a part of the same family. So you have this look. You can recreate this look is what I'm trying to get across. That's outside my house. Can y'all hear that? Oh, they got it together. Thank God I decided to put these damn lashes on. I don't know what I was doing. I was trying to do with the no lashes thing. I can't. I just can't. I don't know. Anyway, that's all I have for this palette. Not doing lashes wasn't. I don't know what it is about the lashes now. It's like once you go lash, you never go back. Something like that. Cause it's like, now I'm like, no, I gotta put the lashes on. Like, I need people to see the full picture. I don't know what it is, y'all. But in any case, I will see you again really soon. So in the meantime, make sure that you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice, stay safe. And again, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.